things are kind of crazy right now. I think I'm still a little bit in shock with the season being cut short. It's really weird having this time on my hands. I'm kind of bored, not really knowing what to do. But I think this is a really good learning experience for the younger girls and just a message to, not take things for granted and, go hard every day in practice. And you never know when your last game's going to be. So, and we didn't know that either. And so I think the girls are going to come back really strong next year and use this as a learning lesson.
Hi, Maddy. Sorry. Hey, Maddy. Sorry. I'm with the Daily Illini. My first question for you today is, what was your reaction when you found out the season was canceled?
So I actually found out through an email that was sent to one of my roommates from another team, and I immediately kind of just started crying, and I was like, this can't be real. Like, there's no way. And so I kind of held off on, really believing it until we actually found out through our school, and a couple hours later we found out that it was canceled, and I kind of just felt empty. Like, I was super emotional about it, and I don't know, I was, in a loss of words, and people were calling me and, apologizing, and it was just a really hard situation to deal with, and, I was with my roommates and my teammates, and I was super emotional the entire day, and I was just like, this is crazy, I'm never going to get these moments back, and so it was a really hard time to be with my team during that, but I wouldn't want to be with anybody else but my team, and it was just a crazy situation. I think we all were in shock and not really understanding if this was, actually happening, or I kind of was like, this is not real, they're going to call it back, and we're going to, start later on in the season, but obviously that didn't happen.
Yeah, because I know the NCAA is proposing an extra year of eligibility for people whose seasons got canceled because of the COVID-19 virus. If you're offered an extra year of eligibility, would you take it?
I'm still a little unsure about it right now. Everything's really unclear. With my major for school, I have to get an internship after the semester's over to graduate, and so that was kind of in my future plans. But I'm really unsure with everything right now. Everything's really unclear with the virus and what's going to happen. So I think I'm just going to sit back and let it play out for a little bit.
And then, how has the team been staying in touch despite social distancing and the NCAA banning team activities?
Yeah, I've literally talked to my team every day. We have a couple group chats that we've been sending, Snapchat. We've been Snapchatting each other every single day, just talking, just keeping in touch. And we've all been gosh, we miss you guys so much. I know literally the day I was driving home, I was like, I miss you guys so much. Or I heard a song that our team listened to all the time, and I was like, this isn't the same. And it's been a tough time, but we've all been keeping in touch and just keeping each other updated with what we're doing. And I think that's really strong and really good for the team, and it's going to hold us together for next year.
And then what was the song that you guys always listened to?
It was Dance Monkey. I'm not even sure who it's by. Me and one of my other teammates always sang it and put a really good show on for the team.
Yeah, and then have you been able to do any softball-related activities on your own since the announcement?
I actually haven't. A lot of the hitting facilities I go to are closed down, and so I think I'm just kind of sitting back and waiting to hear further notice on what we can and cannot do. But yeah, that's about it. I don't really have another answer for that just because everything's so unclear and everything where I'm from is closing down.
Yeah.
Maddy, this is Gavin Good from 247 Sports. Obviously, you're one of the veterans on this team, but a lot of your teammates are in their first or second season of collegiate softball. How tough is this for, a softball player who maybe just got used to the college level and now will be up to stop?
Yeah, we were really close with the freshmen this year, and they all kind of were just in shock, not really sure what to do. And I kind of was just like, hey, like, you got to take this as a learning experience, like, to not take things for granted. And, you know, you have 3 more years to go at this. And with this time off, like, with the freshmen, the sophomore, even the juniors, but the younger girls, like, with them just, like you said, adjusting to the college life, I was like, you've got to take this time for granted. Like Coach Perry said, like, this is like an off season basically. And, you know, off season is when you put, like, your best work in and, you know, you get to be the better athlete that you are. And I think that they're all going to use this time to really, like, perfect their game and, like, become the athlete that they truly can be.
Hey, Maddy, this is Scott Richie from the News Gazette. Yeah, a week ago, you're playing Missouri, and that wound up being the last Illinois sporting event of the year. What do you kind of remember about that game? I mean, what was that atmosphere like? And I mean, was there any talk about maybe things were going to be changing a little bit at that point?
Yeah, I mean, none of us had any idea. I don't think the coaches even had an idea about, like, the season being canceled after that game. And I think our energy that game was, like, through the roof. Like, we were excited. Like, we were ready to go. And, you know, we came out with a W. And that was really awesome to beat another SEC team. And I remember on the bus ride home, like, we were all, like, in a good mood. You know, we just won. And then it was kind of I think it was like a 3-hour bus ride home, and, like, we were all just laying there. And I remember getting up because we had just heard, like, the Ivy League canceled. And I remember getting up, and I looked at my teammate Madison, and I was like, you know, like, let's sing, let's dance on the bus. Like, this could possibly be our last bus ride home. And, like, we kind of started laughing, and we were like, there's no way. Like, this is our last bus ride. And then, like, we all got the girls up, and we were dancing and singing on the bus, having the best time. And then it actually ended up being our last bus ride home. And I was just so thankful that, you know, that was my last bus ride. Like, I got to experience that with my team, and the girls had fun together. So I don't think any of us had any idea that our season was going to get canceled, like, maybe suspended. But before the game, we were absolutely clueless about all of this.
I guess, Tyra said that, with that win and maybe some of the others you had put together, that she felt like the team was kind of maybe, hitting its stride at that point of the season. Did you feel the same?
Yeah, I did. The team was talking a lot, and we thought that win against Missouri was a huge step for us. You know, before that, we were kind of up and down, and we were like, we got to figure out our mojo, basically. Like, we got to get that good juju back and, like, keep working on our thing. And, you know, when we did lose, like, we were just kind of like, what the heck's going on? Like, this isn't us. Like, we were beating ourselves, basically. And so I think that W against Missouri was the first step we needed. And I think we would have ran with it after that if we got the chance to.